Hey YouTube, coming at you again with my series of using old Pokemon that were used to be so good in this meta that are not as around anymore. Azumarill, and it actually did not take me very long to play with it to realize what the main issue was. So for those of you who don't know history, Azumarill was #1 ranked in Great League for like 6 seasons, and they eventually nerfed Bubble, and that only brought it down to like 6th or 7th, and it was still so strong. And then what happened was everything that kind of beat it started coming out. Trevenant was everywhere. Registeel was Zap Cannon was everywhere. So it kind of went away from that perspective. And then now it's Lanturns everywhere. But it's not even that those Pokemon are around everywhere. The issue that I found with it is the moveset. And before you were able to use any moveset that your heart desired, essentially. You can go Ice Beam, Play Rough, you can go Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, or you can go Play Rough, Hydro Pump. The problem is Lanturn has destroyed your ability to do whatever moveset you want. And I ran into this matchup here. So I'm using Ice Beam and Hydro Pump because the problem is, look at the meta. The meta is Medicham, so you want Play Rough on that. Lanturn, you want Play Rough on that. Noctowl, or however you pronounce it, you want Ice Beam on that. And Registeel, Bastiodon, Galarian, Stunfisk, you want Hydro Pump on that. So you have the main 6, 7, and then with Trevenant, you want Ice Beam too. So you want your Ice Beam for your Trevenant Noctowl, you want your Play Rough for Medicham and your Lanturn, and you want Hydro Pump for Galarian, Stunfisk, Bastiodon, Registeel, and you can't do all 3. And that's the problem. So it's pick your poison, which one do you want to lose to. If you go Play Rough, Hydro Pump, you're just going to get destroyed by Trevenant and Noctowl. If you go Ice Beam and Hydro Pump like I did, you're going to see in this matchup, I ran into a Lanturn, you're screwed. If you go Ice Beam, Play Rough, and you get locked onto a Registeel, you're only throwing resisted moves. They're going to come out with 100 energy. And same with Bastiodon. It's just resisted. You're going to lose all that matchup there. So that is why Azumarill is now basically not used at all. It's that you cannot run the 2 moveset that you want on this because the meta needs all 3 moves. So let's look at some of the battles. Registeel in the lead here. Sableye, again, Sableye, Togedemaru. I like using these 2 as a pair. I think they're strong generally against the meta in general. Sableye is pretty good against Registeel. You just kind of stay in here and throw a bunch of Shadow Claws and Foul Blaze. It's pretty comfortable matchup. It takes two moves to take you out. The only issue is if they lower your attack, which they do. And that's why I'm just going straight Togedemaru because I know I can shield 1 Zap Cannon. And then just go back to my Wild Charges or Focus Blast. You're going to Focus Blast me. So Trevenant comes in, you're thinking like, this is a bad situation. It is, but it's not. Because I think they ended up baiting here, which was a huge mistake because now I got back-to-back Wild Charges here, and I don't even need them because I boosted my attack once. Here comes a Wild Charge. This puts it actually within like red that I can just go Fell Stinger. And now I'm still loaded with energy. So if I remember, the Registeel comes back in, and now you're getting a double boosted Wild Charge. So this will one-shot. So absolutely beautiful. Loving it. All they have left is this, and I can just go straight in here. And this is why you want Ice Beam. This matchup is actually very, very uncomfortable if you do not have Ice Beam. Because it only takes 3 Sky Attacks plus these Wing Attacks to take you out. And it takes 2 Ice Beams to take this out. And the Wing Attack and Bubble is kind of like awkward and slow. So 3 times 5 is 15, so 30. And what are they? No, 5 moves. Yeah, 3 times 5 is 15 energy, and then so they need 30 energy overall, and they need what? 12, 24, 36. So like it's close. But I have a shield advantage, so I should be okay here. But like that's why you need Ice Beam, and you wouldn't be able to do that with Play Rough, right? Play Rough wouldn't do the over 50% that you need. Plus it's an extra turn there, so you need Ice Beam for that matchup right there. Lanturn. I'm glad I'm seeing it here because I have no play with it with my Azumarill. So basically, this is why I use Sableye in the lead, because even if you face Noctowl, you can just either or in the back, probably Azumarill as a safe swap. And I probably did face an Noctowl and Lanturn Core and got, that's maybe what happens in the 5th game here, that I see Noctowl on the lead. I switch to Azumarill and I get punished with the Lanturn. And then you're just like, you're done. So able to take this out. I do reset immediately here because I know that both my back Pokemon can deal with this. I don't throw because I think they're going to show the Shadow Ball, and you barely live a Shadow Ball here. So now I can just go back-to-back Wild Charges, plus then I'll have a Foul Play from Sableye. So there's one. Got one shield. Here comes the second one. Grab the second shield. Shadow Claw, Foul Play. Combo with... Oh, they let it go. Which makes sense, I guess. And now I can just Foul Play here. Force them to throw, and at this point, they're just going to be within Ice Beam range. So it was a very easy matchup. So there we go. Again, team's balanced. I think the two, Sableye and Poke Daxi, work well together. Again, the Azumarill you're going to see eventually coming up is it's the weakness of just getting caught on Lanturn with a move you don't have. And I probably got caught in one of these matchups on a Medicham or a Scrafty, if I remember, where I did not have, it was a Scrafty. Yeah, right here. So the problem, again, so they have nothing to throw. You're thinking this is the easiest matchup ever. They can only throw resistant moves. They're going to just Power Punch me and Foul Play, and that's not going to do anything. And I can still get a Hydro Pump off. The problem is they ended up double shielding Hydro Pump and actually flipped switch here. Not that it matters because I think it took 2 shields here. No, they only took 1 shield because they get off back-to-back. So they Power Punch and they get back-to-back Foul Plays off here, which takes you super low. And I get an Ice Beam off, but that's not enough to take it out. So I lose... I take switch advantage, but I'm up a shield. Because I don't think I'll get to a move here after this Foul Play because it takes me to the red. I need to throw because 1 punch is going to take me out because that punch will take me out. So again, not having to play rough, having to go to the extra Hydro Pump. The Ice Beam doesn't take out from there. Luckily, I could just come in here, straight farm down. This is only a Power Punch. And now I'll be loaded with energy for whatever comes in here. I know the Frostless is on front. I have a fine matchup with it in the back here anyways. And it is a Diggersby. So I'm like, oh, I'm very glad I'm seeing this here because I would have a really tough time in the back here with Diggersby. So let us spam these Foul Plays. So spam Foul Plays away. It will take it low enough that Poke Daxi can up a shield, take this matchup. So I'm not saying that there's no play for Azumarill, but you really need to understand the limitations of your team when you are using this Pokemon. If you're using it like the moveset I have, you need 2 answers for Lanturn, and not that you need an answer to the Dark, but like Medicham and Darks, it's not like you need an answer for those, but it makes it much harder. And then if you're running with Play Rough and Ice Beam, you need 2 answers. You can run on the lead with Ice Beam and Play Rough. You just need 2 answers for Bastiodon, Galarian Stunfisk, not Galarian Stunfisk, you can throw Ice Beam there. Registeel in the back, right? So it just depends how you want to play with the team. So I wouldn't use this exact team because this team wasn't actually too bad. I think I went 4-1 and then I quit as soon as I saw the this lead in I think it's the next game with the Lanturn save swap, and then I'm like, no, I'm done with this. I know this core's everywhere, and if it gets bad alignment, you're in trouble here. So they are going to try and keep switch here, but not when I'm just way too spammy with 1-shot ability here. So Wild Charge here, they can let this go and come in and farm down with Swampert, which they're going to try to do. Resist it or not, Wild Charge on a Shadow Swampert is still going to hurt a lot. Almost 1-shots, just coming straight Azumarill. And they are running a very move Pokemon in the back. So I'm going to bait here just because Swampert's so low. I expect a shield here. Now the question is, do I try to catch the next Dazzling Gleam? Because I'm worried that they're going to outpace me here. But I know I try and stay in here and they take me out, which is okay. Because I'm already at some... I think I may maybe lose to it. Because I can just... No, I got to return. I don't think I can foul play. And I'm worried that I think they're going to get the Hydro off now that I think about it. Do I live a Hydro from this range? Maybe 1 HP. I'm going to live here. Yeah. Just live. Just live the Sableye. Here we go. Azumarill is your safe swap. Not when you get hit with a Lanturn. And this game's over already. Right? Lost lead, lost switch. There is absolutely no coming back from this. Especially with... I don't have player off. Right? I have nothing that I can do with that. And then once I show... everything's resisted here. Once I show Hydro Pump, they're able to farm up even more. And I think they like fully farm me down. Or like come out with 100 energy. Again, Hydro Pump doesn't do insignificant. Like they're in the yellow, so they have to throw here. And good CMP throwing too. So now they're just gonna surf me, take me out, come out with 100 energy. Oh, actually I live. So that's actually interesting. If they didn't surf, they actually... So you still lose. But they're still loaded with energy too. So they're going to get multiple surfs off here. Maybe not multiple. But like if they threw the move, I wouldn't have got that Hydro off. They're only going to get one move off, so they throw the Thunderbolt. And then come in here. I think I'm just hard countered. Oh yeah, this is just hard counter city. Nothing you can do here. But yeah. Anyways, that is Azumarill's limitations. That is why it's not used anymore. Not with this meta. I think it still has play. It doesn't have play right now in the Great League. I shouldn't say it doesn't have play because there are like, depends on what moveset you run on it. It does have some good matchups, but yeah, just you can't cover everything, and the everything right now is what the meta is. So that is that. That is Azumarill. And then yeah, Kanto and Ninetales coming up next, I think, for the team looking back at Pokemon that were great, but not so much anymore. And I got one on Nidoqueen too now because I did that today. So check out all those over the next little bit. I've done a bunch of these already on Altaria and Umbreon and maybe one or two others already. So go check those videos. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.